So I'll go and click on setting. The very first thing is I'm going to audio, and test speaker is there. So if you want to see whether your speaker is working or not, just click on this button. You can see this variation. This was because of the sound that I'm playing. You can see that. So that means the speaker is working. Then the second one is microphone. You can see as I'm speaking, this is varying. That means it is detecting the mic. If you want to test, you can click on this button. You will speak something, and after some time it will repeat whatever you have spoken. So that is a way to test whether your mic is working or not. This is the microphone that is being used. In my case, I'm using a headphone, so that is why this is the name of the headphone. And if you're not using any headphone, most probably you will be using the microphone of the laptop, and it is going to be something like that, microphone or a Realtek high definition, something like this. Okay, so make sure if you are using additional microphone, you do that setting here. And then what else you can do, you can go to recording, and this is the location where all of your recording will go if you are planning to record your meeting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into some inconvenient location. So I'll click on change. I'll select the desktop and I'll click make new folder, and I'm going to name this Zoom meeting recordings. Okay, click OK. I just forgot to select this. Okay, here it is. Click on this, click OK. And now you can see that same folder is created now on the desktop, and right now it is empty. So from this point onward, whatever I'll record, that will be stored in this particular folder. There is another option, choose a location for recorded files when the meeting ends. Whenever you start the meeting, once it gets in there, now there is option when you check this, it will ask you where to store that file. By default, that is going to be stored here. But if you check this, it will ask you every time you will end up with the meeting. So in my case, I'm going to continue with this one. This seems fine to me. Now there is also option called record a separate audio file for each participant. So if there are 4 participants, we'll check this. There will be 4 separate audio file for all those speakers. And if you're planning to edit your video, you can make sure you check this so that it can be used further in some video editor. In my case, I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to keep it raw, so I'll leave this. This is very important. Add a timestamp to the recording. So when this is checked, your video will contain a timestamp that when that video is being recorded, and that is very important from proof point of view. If someone is asking to show you the proof of the conduct of the meeting, you can keep this checked so that it will be embedded to the video itself. Okay, and it will be easy to prove that at what time you have conducted your meeting. And there is an option called record video during screen sharing. There may be a time when you will be asked to share your you can say screen. So if you'll keep this checked, it will also, the recording will also contain the sharing of your screen. So I'm going to keep these 3 things checked. Then I can go to audio. Okay, I'm done with this one. In general setting, there is an option called recording now, and there is a option called enable HD. So when we check this, the video which will be located in this area, that will be you can say of HD quality. And there is, if you want to give it a little bit of touch, you can select this, touch up my appearance, and the video quality will be a little bit smoothen. Then go to general, and then there is an option called enter full screen automatically when starting or joining a meeting. So make sure this is checked. I do this because I prefer to keep myself not distracted from the other things happening on the desktop. So this is a better option. Now all that I'm done with the setting, let me close this. Now just to ensure that whatever I have done or changes is still there, I can go to the recording. You can see those three options are still there. That folder is still set to the same thing that I set earlier. So that simply means the setting is saved now, because there is no additional option to save that. Now let me close this meeting that I have beforehand so that I can show you. Okay, at this point of time I don't have anything in the meeting list, so I'm going to make a schedule one.